Boom, boom, boom. Boop, 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 boop. This is the season. My name is Wednesday. My partner is Frank Jones. The chief is Captain Kellogg. December the 24th, Christmas Eve, they brought in a guy named Grudge. When I heard they booked him on, my blood ran cold. It was a 409-6325-096704. Not believing in Santa Claus? 4:35 p.m., I was working the holiday watch out of Homicide and Frank. Hung up your stocking yet, Joe? Yeah? Just before I come down. You too, Frank. Always do. Hung it up early? In case I have to work late tonight. Wouldn't want to miss out when Santa Claus comes, you know. Sure wouldn't. Would it be a shame?
What you gonna do tomorrow, Joe? What you gonna do on Christmas? You got any plans?
Nothing much. Why don't you come to the house, Joe?
We're gonna have Christmas dinner. You know, all the trimming. Turkey, celery, stuffings, oysters, maybe chestnuts. All the trimmings. Cranberry sauce. Love to have ya.
The missus always fixes a plate of relish with them little carrot sticks. You know, olives, pickles, scallions. Most folks call them green onions, but they're really scallions. Do you ever notice that, Joe? Ever notice what, Frank? How most folks call them green onions, but they're really scallions.
Scallions! Yummy in the tummy! Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo!
Anytime after 2, Joe.
Love to have ya! Lovey-dovey.
We'll see. The missus always fixes a plate of relish with them carrot sticks. You know, them little carrot sticks.
Olives, pickles, and scallions.
Let's not go through that again. Love to have ya. Go through what again, Joe? Most folks call them green onions, but they're really scallions. You notice that too, huh, Joe? Homicide Wednesday. What's the matter, Joe? What's the matter, Joe? Bringing a guy in on a 409-6325-096704. You mean... Yeah, a guy don't believe in scallions. I mean, Santa Claus. 6:29 p.m. We questioned a guy who didn't believe in Santa Claus, a guy named Grudge. Says your name is Grudge, right? Yeah! Said you don't believe in Santa Claus? It's hard to believe what you said. Did you really say that?
Sure I said it! How do you believe there's a Santa Claus? You got a picture of him?
No, a mugshot.
Any fingerprints?
No latest prints. I just know that's all. It's like saying there isn't an Easter bunny.
There's another guy there ain't know of!
Well, that's your story, mister. Joe, he just said to make me feel bad, didn't he? There really is an Easter bunny, isn't there, Joe? Listen, Grudge, I didn't pick you up 3 years ago on a 1492 for not believing in Columbus, huh?
Yeah, I don't believe in Cleveland or Cincinnati either.
How about Toledo?
I ain't made up my mind yet about Toledo.
Okay, mister, I get the picture now. You don't believe in nothing, do you?
Nothing? And you want to know something else?
What's that?
I'm gonna get up and I'm gonna walk out of this room, 'cause you guys ain't got nothing on me. There ain't no law that's not believing in Santa Claus.
There is in my book. Let me tell you something, mister. I'm going to prove that there is a Santa Claus if it takes me all night.
Ha ha! Pretty funny. The police department's got something else to do.
Let me straighten you out, buddy. There's ones on Frank and me. Right, Frank? Right, Frank? There really is an Easter bunny, isn't there, Joe? You know, hipping and hopping down the bunny trail. I took Grudge over to the helicopter, got in, flew around the city for a few hours. I showed him department stores. What's hurrying in and out of those department stores, Grudge?
Happy people, but I ain't impressed.
I showed him stockings.
How are those stockings hung, Grudge? By the chimney with care, but I didn't hang one up.
I showed him children all nestled, all snug in their beds. What's dancing in their heads, Grudge?
Visions of sugar plums. But you ain't selling me. There ain't no Santa Claus.
He still didn't believe. There was only one thing left to do. My job? Get to the North Pole. At 11:45, we arrived at the North Pole. I set the plane down and we walked over to Sandy's workshop and rang the bell. Pardon me, sir. Can I ask a few questions?
Why, sure, tickle me to death.
What do you do for a living?
I'm a brownie.
What are you doing at the North Pole with a southern accent?
Well, my boss sort of ran short this year, so he had to recruit a few of us brownies from the South Pole.
That figures.
What a waste of time.
Could we talk to your boss, please?
Oh, he's out. You could come in on the night he's out the whole year.
What's your particular job, Mr. Brownie?
My boss has 8 tiny reindeer. My job, feed him.
Yes, sir. What do you feed him?
Well, most times I fix up a plate of relish, olives, pickles, and carrot sticks. You know them little carrot sticks. And scallions.
Most folks call them green onions, but they're really scallions. How do you know? Just a stab in the dark. The little man showed us around the workshop. My boss will be back for a second load soon. Say, y'all like to hear an interesting story? Yes, sir. Well, you see those huge presents over there?
Man, look at all that stuff.
Would you believe it? They're all for the same man. Been piling up year after year. Why didn't that guy ever get them?
Yeah, why?
Because he didn't believe in my boss. You know the rules. We know.
Don't suppose there's no chance of this guy can still
get the presents? Oh, sure. He gets them all the minute he believes, but I don't suppose he ever will. Too bad about that guy. What's his name?
Don't say it! I don't want to hear it!
Come on, Mr. Brownie, what's his name? His name? Grudge. Then Brownie showed us to the door. They wished us a Merry Christmas. We were heading back to the plane when it happened.
Hey!
Yeah, Grudge?
You know that guy said I didn't believe in!
Who's that?
Santa Claus!
Yes, sir.
You think I'm too old to change my mind?
You're never too old, Grudge.
Well, I believe in Santa Claus and Columbus.
How about Cleveland, Cincinnati, and the Easter Bunny?
Yeah, them too.
And Toledo?
I haven't made up my mind about Toledo.
Look, Grudge, up in the sky! He's coming back for the second load! It's Santa Claus! It's Santa Claus! There's only one guy I know can make everybody happy in one night.
Yeah, he must have the biggest heart in the whole world.
That's about the size of it.